Kerri Hoskins is the real Sonya Blade. Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat 4, she was an NBA Jam, she's an artist, supermodel, and super mom, and she's here to tell us all about it. I'm so excited, guys. Let's do it.
Sonya wins. Fatality.
Miss Kerri, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I see you're rocking your Sonya colors. You look amazing.
Got my green on today. Well, first of all, thanks for having me here. I'm excited to be here. Super Chris.
It's an honor, thank you. And it's the iconic Sonya outfit that inspired this episode. I saw a video that you did with I Am Zane Studio. You were suiting up. It looked all dramatic and looked like a little movie trailer. It was just so cool to see you still doing what you do. And I mean, I just rock in the Mortal Kombat realm. Has this been nonstop for you?
Well, actually, I did stop. After I had my twins, when I was about 27, I went on tour and I did a couple games. I think we're at, 12 or 13 games that I've done throughout history. But in 2020, I was turning 50 and I decided to put the costume back on and had no idea. It was just like a dare from my girlfriends. And that's where it all kind of started, was in 2020. And everybody was just, we were dealing with COVID and all that stuff. Everybody was a prisoner in their homes. And I just wanted a little excitement, so decided to do it, and then it blew up, and ever since then I've been doing appearances and did a couple more games, and it's been really busy for me. It's been great.
Wow. So what's your secret? You don't look 50. I mean, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous. Respectfully, is this all diet and exercise, or is this just the Hoskins genetics? Are you like the perfect specimen?
No. I work very, very hard to stay healthy. And my children, I have two special needs boys. They're 27 now, and they are severely disabled with cerebral palsy, autism, and Ehlers-Danlos. I have two more children after them, but they're able-bodied and they've got their own lives now. One lives in LA and the other one lives here close to me and is about to have his second. It's been very inspiring from the standpoint of wanting to stay healthy for my boys because, I have lots of help, but I want to still be able to take care of them myself. So in order to do that, I have to keep my body in shape. And also I still want to look good, I mean, what woman doesn't?
I mean, it's incredible. I had no idea. As a woman, as a mother, how do you, with work, family, how do you balance everything?
Oh, it's very hard not to feel sorry for yourself. But, when I got over the initial guilt, because it was my body that kind of failed my twins. I had them way too early, and that's why they have cerebral palsy. They were born at 28 weeks. A woman has to get over that first. It's like, oh, my body failed them, it's my fault. And it's not true. I mean, things happen, and I want them to have the best lives. And it's very important to me. It's very important to my family. And I just keep on going. They inspire me. And, once you see their faces and their smiles and we have lots of sicknesses and we go through lots of ups and downs. It's like a roller coaster, but I just relish the times that we have where we're all healthy and we're feeling good and nothing can stop us.
Wow, Kerri, your energy is out of this world. I mean, you obviously have a huge heart. You're very kind, but you're also very strong, very confident. And again, I had no idea. You just have this calm, presence to you. And I've seen some of your other Mortal Kombat videos, and there's always that consistent, have you always been like this? What was your childhood like?
I've got autism also. So growing up autistic and not knowing it, I spent a lot of time alone. And when I spent a lot of time alone, I did like to be creative. I liked to build things, and we actually had a little farm growing up, so I liked to spend a lot of time with the animals. They made me feel comfortable. My brother was only 13 months younger than me, so we hung out a lot, climbed trees, built, you know, tree houses, and every day was like an exploring event, you know, outside, and spent a lot of time outside. But as I got older and I started to go to college, I was actually going to be a veterinary technician. And as I was going through school, I almost finished, and then my sister was modeling with Playboy, and she had me come down to Florida to stay with her for a while. And I was at one of her photo shoots just watching, and pretty soon they kind of looked at me and said, "Would you like to join in on the next shoot?" And I was like, "Who are you talking to? Me?" I was like, "Whatever."
Well, it's funny because when I was prepping photos for this episode, my daughter walked in, and she was like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm researching, man."
Sure you are, Dad.
Yeah, well, I was researching, and you know what I found most interesting is obviously you were a supermodel, very gorgeous, very beautiful, but you were also part of the creative and executive side, right?
I think I just kind of lucked out. I had a very open-minded art director that I was working with. As I was modeling, I was very inquisitive. I would ask a lot about, you know, what was going on behind the camera. And then I would start helping, and, you know, I would want to do my own hair and makeup. And then I moved to Chicago, where Playboy was based out of, and he gave me a job as a producer. And I rocked it. You know, I hired models, I hired photographers, and I would help with the lighting, and I would do hair and makeup. I remember once I was doing this shoot where I was the model. I did the hair and makeup. I had scouted the location, hired the photographer, and did the styling. It was like everything was all me and I was getting paid for each one of these jobs that I was doing, and I'm like, this is awesome, you know. And I was only like 22 years old. So the way that led to doing video games is Jack Hager just happened to call into the office one day, and I was in the office, and they gave the phone to me, and I said, I'll do it. So that's how the video game started. I totally left the Playboy scene because I didn't think it was right that for me to do both, you know, because I had these little kids looking up to me now and seeing me as the superhero. And it kind of blew me away to be in that kind of light. You know, it was, again, I felt like I had this responsibility, you know, and being on tour and stuff. You know, every time we would go to a different city, we would finish the show and go out to the tour bus, and I would just get mobbed by all these little kids, and they just wanted my autograph, or they wanted to touch me or shake my hand, or, you know, give me a hug or whatever. And I just relished every moment because I thought it was very, very temporary. You know, it's never going to happen again. I'm 25 years old, and this is my moment, you know. And it was a great time in my life. It really, really was awesome, and I feel like it hasn't stopped. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. The Mortal Kombat became Immortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat 3 was peak Mortal Kombat for me. I remember when it came out, it was insane. And I'm not even a gamer. Video games to me were just another way to be inside my head. I'm a movie guy. Acting is my passion. And I just, you know, being able to play the games, it was just an escape. I was dreaming. But when I found out what went on behind the scenes, you know, the whole motion capture, I saw some footage of you and the others, and I was like, wow, like this, it just inspired me even more, because I thought, this is possible. I mean, you can dress up and act and do your thing, and I'm not weird. And so all of you, I mean, just have inspired me so much, and it just made me want to, you know, continue on my journey even more. You know, so thank you for all that you do. I really appreciate it. What about the movie? They never approached you for it?
Yes, I actually auditioned for the second movie, and I didn't make it. I think it was down to like 3 girls, and it was down to me, but I didn't make it.
Well, I think you totally would have rocked it out. What about acting in general? Was that something that you wanted to get into?
Acting really wasn't my dream, and I did not really pursue it. I kind of a bad taste in my mouth from Hollywood. And
really, was it because of a specific audition or moment?
Yes, I was in a hotel room saying no.
Oh my God, that's scary. That's horrible. Horrible.
That's all I want to say on that subject.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry that happened to you. But But good for you, of course. I mean, that's the strength. That's the real Sonya right there, and that's just so messed up.
It just wasn't me, and that's not what I wanted to do. So I left Hollywood and decided just to come home and have kids and have a meaningful life. You know, getting a job isn't that important. You know, if you're going to lose your honor or lose what you think is right, then that job isn't worth it. It's not for you. You know, because you got to live the rest of your life knowing how you got that job. So go for it, work hard, but don't put up with shit. My daughter is currently in LA pursuing a modeling career, and I made her go to school. So she graduated from FITM in LA, and now she's kind of pounding the pavement and working and doing really well. And she's got me in her ear all the time. Well, you know, you got to work for this. You got to work for this. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. You know, it's either 100 or just go home. You know, if you're not going to put all of your effort into something, then why do it?
Absolutely.
You know?
Well, super congrats to your daughter and to your whole family. What's life like today? I mean, you're obviously are still rocking the outfit, you're rocking the cons. What else is happening in Sonya world?
Had my fingers in everything. You know, I had a lot of different hats. And I was chatting with Sean, my husband, and he says, well, if you could quit everything and just do what you want, what would it be? And I said, well, I guess I'd get an art studio and start painting. And then I was like, why did I just say that? You know, was it in the back of my mind? So I bought some art supplies and I started painting, and the stuff that was coming out of me was, I started off with realism, and it was like photorealistic. I couldn't believe that I was painting it. You know, I just knew what to do. It was like probably an autistic thing, I don't know. But it was like I was this copy machine, and I would just paint exactly what I saw, and pretty soon I was doing art shows that were juried, you know, in Chicago. You know, it just happened. And now I can't do without it. I just absolutely love it. And I have this creative outlet that just really, I don't know if you call it stimming or what, but, you know, I can get lost in my art for hours and lose time, and, you know, and it's a beautiful thing. I am actually very content right now. I've always got this inner voice. You got an inner voice? Some people don't have an inner voice.
I do, actually. Now more than ever.
It sounds kind of corny, but, you know, Sonya Blade has been as much as an inspiration to me as, you know, anybody who's played the game. She's very strong. She's strong-willed, and maybe I mirrored her after all these years. I don't know.
Yes. Again, your energy, your positivity, your journey, it's all so epic. Miss Kerri, thank you so much for being here. I mean, I really appreciate it. Thank you for sharing.
I really actually enjoyed this conversation. It was refreshing.
I feel the exact same. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I mean, this has been amazing. I think I'm gonna go play some Mortal Kombat 3 right now. A quick super shout out to Mr. Lou and Miss Cammy. They were asking about my Scorpion versus Sub-Zero t-shirt that I wore on the last episode. I'll put a link in the description. I did get it at Amazon. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for believing, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.